Today we are talking about abundance, and I know it is a hot and a heavy subject, and so I don't speak about it lightly, and I do not claim to be an expert in abundance or wealth or financial matters. But what I am an expert in is understanding the energy patterns in the soul contract which impact and affect our relationship to abundance, our relationship to money, and our relationship to ourselves. So, I'm Antonia, this is my channel. I love to talk about all things soul contract, emotional healing, and self awareness. And without further ado, I'm just going to dive straight on in. First of all, I will say that our relationship to money and abundance and wealth, all the same thing, comes from many, many different sources. If you imagine us, we are the core of an onion, and we are built from layers and layers and layers of conditioning and programming, ancestral imprints, past lives, soul contract energies, other lifetimes and other dimensions, family, especially maternal and paternal imprints through us. I mean, we only have two parents. But essentially, what I'm trying to say is our relationship to money cannot just be defined by who we are in this moment right now. And often we have to do a little bit of digging to find out where our beliefs come from. And the first thing we have to do is get really familiar with what our beliefs are. Are we deserving of money? Do we feel like we attract money? Do we feel, joyful around money? And that's just on the surface. Our relationship with money invites us to go very, very deep into the absolute essential nature of who we are and who we think we are. And very often it's really easy to say things, but it's much, much harder to embody them. And this life is all about embodiment and connecting to our bodies, which are the physical vessels of our manifest reality. So while it's easy to say, I'm abundant and I am worthy and I'm deserving of money, quite often we need to actually feel the resonance of these words as truth, rather than just the pretty things that we say. We actually really need to feel them. But the trick is, the more we say them, the more they feel, the more they become true. So there's a little bit of a cycle there. Now, I've deviated slightly, but I really felt that that was an important caveat to have in there. Now, the two numbers that really keep showing up when it comes to abundance, wealth, money, finances in the soul contract system are the threes and the fours. So you may have a 4-4 or a 13-4, a 22-4, or you may have a 3, a 12-3, or a 21-3. Now, they're slightly different. The 3 energy is all about self-worth. And very often the 3s don't want to go too deep within themselves. And they will stay kind of sitting on the top levels of who they are. And they're here to go into the depths of who they are, to really feel the truth within them. And they're here to share and communicate and express who they are out into the world. But in order to do that, they often need to feel worthy to do that and confident to do that. And so the journey of the 3 is a self-worth journey. The 3s are here to feel worthy to be seen and to be heard. So they are on a journey to communicate and feel not just what's within them, well, starting from what's within them, but then bring that feeling out into the world. And the 3s can really underestimate their abilities, and they're here to come out of that failure-orientated mindset. Sometimes a little bit of a martyr mindset of I can't do it, I'm not good enough to do it, to I am fully capable of doing it. And our relationship with abundance is just a mirror to our relationship with Source, which is a mirror to our relationship with ourselves. It's all one and the same thing. How we feel about money is how we truly feel about ourselves. And so if we don't feel worthy, if we don't value ourselves, if we don't feel good enough about ourselves, our relationship with money is going to be a reflection of that belief system. And that takes a little bit of healing, and it takes a little bit of deep diving through the numbness that the 3s like to put in place in order not to feel. But the 3 is a feeling journey, and the more you feel, the more you heal, and the more you're able to come out into the world and do what you love best. Now the 4s are a little bit different. The 4s are here to reconnect to the flow of God or the universe's abundance. Think of a stream flowing and there's banks on either side. Sometimes fours can feel like they're standing on the banks, they're not in the flow. And so fours are here to feel worthy of being in the flow and the love of God's abundance and God's energy, the universe's energy. And often what happens with a four energy is their trust is broken. And when we're a child and we've been emotionally abandoned, or we've had a trauma, or even as an adult, our trust in the world can be broken. And fours are all about trust and coming out of a scarcity mindset and into a I'm unconditionally supported by the universe. But in order to have and feel that unconditional support, they need to feel trust. So the fours are on a journey to trust. And the deeper you build that relationship with trust, with the universe, with yourself, the more you feel and you recognize that support from within and from without. And if you're lucky enough to have both threes and fours in your soul contract, it's a really, really big lifetime for you to come out of scarcity and into trust and into full self-worth. Because fours are here to be abundant and share their abundance with the world. And the threes are here to feel abundant within so they can then share their gifts out with the world. And essentially, the threes and fours are here to share who they are out with the world. And it's a very beautiful energy in both of those numbers. So I think I've said enough. If you have any questions, just drop me a comment or message me. I'll put all my links below. And until next time, I wish you a very beautiful rest of your day.